Hello, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. My name is Uncle Bruce, and I'm here again with Mr. Juvenile. How are you doing, Juvenile?
I'm very fine. Thank you for asking. Hi, everybody.
So today, Juvenile selected a series of articles about a person, and he's a photographer, very famous photographer, and he
Mhm.
lived in the time of the wars, and so he photographed a lot of images that were connected to the war and life during that time. And so we're going to talk about this guy. His name is Robert Capa, but actually his
Exactly.
original name was different. Okay. And he changed his name for a reason. And we're going to get into that discussion. I'm just going to share my screen and share the image of the first article, okay, which is here. And this is called Robert Capa. He was born actually Andre Friedman in Budapest, Hungary,
Yeah,
1913. And he changed his name because of the war during the time of the Nazis. And he went to, I think it was France, right?
yeah,
Yep. So he went to
yeah,
Paris, and he dropped his name and changed it to Robert Capa because of the connection with the German name Friedman. So these are some images here and this is actually his image here of himself on one
hmm
of the boats going towards Normandy, I think. So very interesting seeing some of his images. This one here is pretty gruesome when you think about it. This is actually a man that was in the war and he was shot, and he caught the image of the guy falling to the ground. So
yeah.
that was pretty graphic. So here are some other images that he took around this time of the war. And here with the child screaming and crying at the camp, the
Yeah,
refugee camp,
yeah.
and a woman,
Very shocking.
the woman running inside the city, probably because she's
hmm
hearing bombs or hearing the sirens that are indicating that bombs are coming. Here's a refugee family here, just the mother and the
Yeah,
son. And so the soldiers going into the shore from the boat. So these are pretty graphic images, and there are many, many that we're going to share tonight. But what was your overall impression of this guy, Robert Capa?
yeah. Actually, photograph is one of my passion. In despite of I'm not a big, a good one,
Uh huh.
but I try.
Okay.
And yeah, I have a big interest in this. And Robert Capa, you know, Robert Capa had how can I say a big story, big history behind his life,
Mm-hmm.
uh, marked by tragedies and the experience to go to four wars. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And some curiosity is number one. At that time, uh, there were no technology. So his equipment was a machine or a camera, uh, a 50 millimeters camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so simple. And imagine that to take the picture is the 50 the fifth camera 50 millimeters camera. It's like our vision, okay,
Normal
our
vision.
eye
Mm-hmm.
vision. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's necessary to take this picture. It's necessary to be close to the target, to be close to the object that you want to capture.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
that made. So think about it, you know, like one of the most famous work that Robert Capa did was the disembarking on the Normandy. So
Hmm.
man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it. Okay, so realistic, and I'm very surprised that he got to go to 4 wars because he was, you know, always put his life in the risk.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'm going to share my screen again and just show you what these cameras looked like. I just found them real quick online. This is the Rolleiflex here, and
Yeah.
you can see the camera's kind of advanced for his time. It was an advanced camera,
Hmm.
and I think it was a camera that took like short video too. You know what we call
Uh,
video.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I
I'm not
think
sure,
yes.
but I can see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
little thing on the side here, the little arm that winds the. Maybe it's just for winding the film,
Hmm.
but it looks like a video camera, the early video cameras, but maybe not. And then this is the other one. Here, it's the Contax rangefinder.
Yeah.
So they were very old cameras from his day, but at that time they were probably high tech. So, you know,
Yeah.
things have changed a lot since he was a photographer. So the idea that he took all these pictures, it indicated that he lost a lot of his filming when he was coming in with the Normandy invasion, with the Allied forces going into France, northern France, Normandy, and he
Hmm.
lost a lot of his film. Probably got wet, So that type of film doesn't last when it gets wet. It just basically destroys it, especially with seawater,
Exactly.
salty water.
Exactly.
But the film
And
that he did capture, the images and so forth, were fantastic to imagine what it was like.
yeah, yeah. And mostly because, you know, I think the most important thing on a work of a photographer is his vision, his
Hmm.
perception of the reality. Is not only to take pictures like we do.
Hmm.
Okay, to take pictures of everything. No, the point is to take the right uh, uh, the right snapshot.
Moment.
So
Hmm.
yeah, and his work was so important. Uh, you know, for example, that move of Spielberg, the rescue of Private Ryan, was based on his work, his photographs.
Hmm.
So it's so important, and it shows like his images was so realistic, so impacting that was the base of another piece of art.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's like the phrase that we have: a photograph is worth 1,000 words. It's
Mm-hmm.
like as I look at your image and your background, it's like amazing. You see palm trees, blue skies, clouds, water, mountainous
Mm-hmm.
terrain. It's like, all these images tell a lot. And there were some things inside of his writings also about his work that were pretty interesting too. And it's here. It says the truth is the best picture, the best propaganda, because in war there's a lot of propaganda from both sides of the story,
Mm-hmm.
trying to purport that their way is right. So the picture tells the story. And then here, in a war, you must hate somebody or love somebody. You must have a position or you cannot stand what's going on. You cannot tolerate what's going on.
Yeah.
And a couple more here.
Yeah, it's
A
true.
war is like an actress who is getting old. It's less and less photogenic and more dangerous. Okay. And then here was interesting. It says, for a war correspondent like he was, to miss an invasion is like refusing a date with Lana Turner. Lana Turner was a famous actress during that time and a model.
Yeah.
It's like if you miss an invasion, it's like missing a date with her. So he likened this idea of photographing war images, photographing what it was like to be in a war and to be associated with the people that were part of that war, whether it be immigrants or combatants, the people fighting, or just death and survival, like with the immigrants traveling from one point to another trying to survive. So amazing photographs that he shared with what he saw at that time. And he had good equipment, so it captured the moment very vividly, very clearly. So that was good.
Yeah, yeah. And I was thinking, the impact on his mental health, because go through or go through 4 wars and saw the tragedy and the cruelty and the things that us like human beings do. It's so sad. So
It is.
and captured all these moments, all those moments, and put in a picture and have this register and the opportunity to see again, every day. It's so I don't know. It's so crazy, man. So crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
when you have those traumatic moments in life, your mind doesn't let you forget it. Okay. But
Hmm.
his capturing of the moments on camera, on the film, lets everybody see for that moment what he saw. And so it's very important for all of us to realize that war is hell. Just like right
Hmm.
now, um, in Ukraine and Russia, both sides are fighting hard for control of land and power. One is actually
Yeah.
fighting for survival from our perspective, but from the Russian perspective, the Ukrainians invaded, which to us is ludicrous, but there are both perspectives,
Yeah.
both sides with lots of propaganda to support their view of life, okay, or death, because they are fighting and many people are dying. Many people are dying. And so it's just sad. War is hell. And he saw a lot of
Exactly.
it. He saw a lot of it.
Exactly. And to realize that all these fights, these wars, those wars, it's about to conquer lands,
Mm-hmm.
to have more lands, to have more space,
And power.
to do, yeah, and to do what? So I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen again here with this image here. It's from this article called Photographer Robert Capa risked it all to capture,
Hmm.
and then nearly all his images were lost. But this is one
Yeah.
here of a soldier going into the land at the D-Day, Normandy. This is actually Omaha Beach, it says. Okay. So
Yeah.
in Normandy. Normandy, I think, is the city and region, and in Omaha Beach is the name of that beach where they were going in. So in this image,
Yes.
there was another image down here of the same thing, but different view of what's going on. I trained
Hmm.
soldier. I was a soldier, right?
Yes,
And
I
I
know.
trained for that stuff. I'm glad I never had to go through it. I was in Saudi Arabia during Desert Storm time, when they were invading, but I went after everything was peaceful again. But then there was a lot of activity on the Iraqi border with Saddam Hussein at that time. And man, I was nervous, a little bit nervous about this whole thing. But I didn't face battle like this. I did not. So I'm thankful for that because it's not fun. This is terrible, actually.
Hmm.
I saw some pictures that I won't even discuss now because they were actually illegal for the American soldiers to take these pictures because they're gruesome, ugly.
Hmm.
I don't have copies, but my image in my mind is clear what I saw.
Yeah,
Oh, very sad. Very sad. I can talk to you
sure.
after this recording. But yeah, war, capturing war in photography. And now it's even more graphic with all the technology we have for photography and video camming and stuff. It's just even more so. I mean, you can see the images now on YouTube where they show the drones going in. They
Hmm.
can see the enemy down below, and the drone is up here, and there's right up, and then you just see, no nothing on the screen because that drone is gone and the people are dead. It's like, man, it's a different story now,
Exactly.
but it's the same story: killing other people because of control of land, control of power. It's sad.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
yeah,
the countries revert to that. They feel it's necessary to kill the others to control because the other ones don't want to let the control up. Who wants to be controlled? Nobody. But sometimes people get mixed in that and they don't have any possibility to get away until it's too late and they're stuck in that group. They can't move.
yeah,
I remember visiting
yeah.
the East and West German wall, the wall that was between the two countries. In 1990, 1989, 1990, I visited that wall. In 1991, that wall came
Mm,
down. Okay, it was eliminated because Gorbachev said we're going to stop.
yeah.
Okay, but before then, I went and saw that wall, but that was a long distance, probably around 3 kilometers, two to 3 kilometers away. And I was with binoculars looking at the wall. And they were explaining the wall, that the wall was like about 4 meters high, about a meter thick. Okay, so you couldn't go over it and you couldn't go through it. And then they had barbed wire, barbed wire, concertina wire on the top. They had concertina
Uh-huh.
wire in different areas. They had minefields, they had dogs, they had trip shotguns. It's like if you hit the wire, the shotgun kills you. Then they had machine gunners on towers on top of the wall. Very few people got across the wall. Very few. Some did. I think especially in Berlin. Because in
Hmm.
Berlin you had buildings and things. And so there were some possibilities, but when they found out this how people were getting out, they blocked that. So, some people made it, but a lot of people died trying to get out. Just because
Yes.
trying to control them. It wasn't to keep the West from going into the East. It was to keep the people in the East so they couldn't go out. Crazy men. I can't imagine Brazil
Yeah.
having something like this happening, like between us and Venezuela. You know, that's a
Hmm.
that's a possibility where they were having problems because Venezuela has a dictator as a leader.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the whole history in Latin America is marked by dictatorship in general. Are some dictators, abusement, and other stuff.
Well,
So
Brazil had a military
it's
rule, right, in the past.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was until about 1985, and then it changed. It was 1960s, I think, until 1985, about 20 years or so of military rule. And so
Yes,
Brazil has experienced that.
exactly. exactly. Actually, all the whole history of Brazilian democracy is marked by, some kind of how can I say, uh, uh, I don't remember. It's like some golpe. I don't know. I don't
Oh,
remember the name.
Gulp is like a um corruption.
Yeah, or something like that. But
Uh,
our democracy started as, some guys that turn back the turn back or turn against the real family, the royal family in Brazil, and they started a new regime. Okay, the republic. Uh, and during the years, we had Getúlio Vargas and later military regime.
mhm.
And so our history is marked by this kind of things. So it's so fragile, if I can say that.
Oh yeah, that's a very good word to say how democracy is in the world today. When we look at the United States
Yeah.
with Trump running the country,
Mm.
democracy is very fragile, you know? And so
Yeah.
if he could have his way, he would be king of the world. Okay? Trump, he doesn't want to be king of the United States. He wants to be king of the world.
Hmm.
So that's getting into the politics, and we don't need to go there. But
Yeah.
it's all based on politics anyway. When we talk about, what's happening with wars, it's based on people who are leading the countries want to protect them or to advance more and more. I mean, look at people
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, Greenland, that's going to be the next state of the United States," or Canada, that's going to be the next state of the United States. Ludicrous,
Yeah.
crazy, but this is the way it is.
Yeah.
So this,
I think that's the reason.
go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is the reason that we need some guys like Robert Capa, to register this kind of stuff, to show us like uh, how much is important to avoid this, how much is important to permit another guys or governments or whatever, whatever, whoever has the power, you know, uh, to do things like that. So
Yes,
so important, so
it is.
important to remember.
But
Yeah.
then it comes into this part here. I show you a picture and I show you a recording of somebody saying something, and then the people twist it and say, "Oh, that's fake news. That's not true. That's AI."
Yeah.
Today it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Today, crazy, 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 man. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. But
Yeah. This is the progress.
yeah, this is the regress. It's going backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, everybody. Just wanted to say thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching our video, and hope that we'll see you again the next time around. And thank you, Juvenal, for your great ideas.
Okay, okay. It was a pleasure. So, bye bye, everybody. Everybody has a nice weekend ahead.
Yes. Take care. Bye
Nice
bye.
week ahead.
Yes. Bye bye.